If you've had to dip into your savings in the past year or so, you're not alone. Inflation forced a lot of us to tap into our savings accounts.
And now that inflation is slowing a bit, our Josh Gann is on your side looking into ways to build your savings back up.
For many people, inflation plays a big role in the struggle to make ends meet. Sensor Ray Phillips knows that firsthand.
Older people have to make a choice between buying medicines and buying food. If they have a car or they have to pay somebody to take them somewhere, the whole check is gone.
Inflation also means a big decrease in savings accounts. The personal savings rate, the percentage of someone's income that they save, is around 2.4%, one of the lowest rates in nearly 20 years.
During the pandemic, we saw some really high numbers because people were staying home, not doing as much. Now we're seeing some lower numbers in the single-digit percentage range.
Chanel Bassett is a personal finance and banking expert with NerdWallet.
We are living in a world that is not as constricted by the pandemic as it was a couple of years ago. People are able to go out and spend more money and travel.
So how can you build savings back up? First, look into what kind of rates banks are offering to see if you may want to change where you keep your money. Interest rates on bank accounts are going up due to the Fed increasing rates over the past year.
Interest rates are going up on bank accounts, and things like savings accounts, checking accounts, and certificates of deposit are seeing some really stellar rates right now.
Bassett says if you do put your money into a high-yield savings account, then you are hedging against inflation a little bit. She says that money is not going to lose value quite as quickly.
That's the thing about inflation, too, is that even though it might feel like your money isn't as valuable, it's still important to have some savings tucked aside no matter what the economy is doing, if you can.
You can also set up automatic transfers into a savings account, which is something I did years ago. Even if it's just a little bit of money, it can build up over time.
So that way it doesn't even come into your checking, so you don't feel tempted to spend it.
Financial experts say when you get to the end of the month, if you haven't touched that money, then you know you can start saving that and consistently build on that to restore your savings. How much money you keep in a savings account boils down to your budget, especially when it comes to shopping for wants versus needs, as UAB's Dr. Stephanie Yates recently told us.
What does my monthly budget say that I can afford to spend on groceries, on home improvement, on maintenance and repair? How do I manage within that budget? Do not overthink it. Instead of having a line item budget, you can pretty much have a 3-item budget. And so those 3 items are wants, needs, and savings.
If you can't put money into a savings account, economists say use 2023 as the year to work on lowering any debt that you may have. I'll post more savings tips on the News app. I'm Josh Gann, WBRC, Fox 6 News on your side.